Good afternoon, January the 12th, 2016. Time to recap our bond trading. We came in today with a long bias for two reasons. We thought the E-mini was going to sell, and it was the 3-year auction. And we basically wanted to buy against 155. The low was 155.01, and it was pretty much straight up after that. Had a great 3-year auction. Really no opportunities to get short. Really no desire to get short. You can see that the blue line just held all the way up. Until after the auction, post the auction. So 13 trades possible for 62.30 seconds. We only take 6 ticks on our winners. 2 losers for -8. That's 54.30 seconds or 16.87. Had our buy zone worked out well. We blew through both of our sell zones right off the bat. Just wasn't even close. So retest failure was the first trade right out of the chute. A couple of B's worked here if you traded it perfectly. 13.30 seconds, 11.30 seconds. Here's a retest failure, part of our methodology. 21.30 seconds possible. A B, letter B enter that bar. 8 ticks, 8.30 seconds possible. Letter B, 8.30 seconds possible. Letter B, 8.30 seconds to 12.30 seconds. Retest failure right here, good for 7. Another B, good for 1. And we were in an area that could hold as resistance, so we tried a short up here. Just got back to the 20 period moving average, and we covered. Scratched that trade. Another retest failure up here, just made it back into that area, so again another scratch. This retest failure off the low to the long side was good for 7. This retest failure here was good for 13, and we had a loser right here. We're still making new highs and still having higher, but we were again 57.12 to 16 was potential resistance based on that high volume and low volume number right there. So fabulous day trading. 13 trades possible, 62.30 seconds. Only taking 6.30 seconds per winner. See, there's a lot of trades in there that are much bigger than 6.30 seconds. 2 losers, 54.30 seconds or 16.87. The stuff works. The bond is a great contract. If you're not making money trading whatever it is that you trade, go take a hard look at the bond. We offer you 5 free days in our main trading room where we trade crude, gold, the euro, the 30-year bond, 10-year note, and E-mini. In this 5-day free period, you'll get to look at the software. You'll get to listen to 3, 4, 5 live trades done daily. You'll get to see the methodology work live, real time. You'll get to learn how to read the tape. Take advantage of it. You'll learn a lot in those 5 free days, even if you don't join us. Looking forward to seeing you in the main room for your 5-day free trial offer. Contact information follows. Good morning, everyone. January the 13th, 2016. Time to kick off another trading day. The stock markets around the globe are higher. Chinese exports were higher than forecasts. Their imports actually grew a little bit too, I believe, if I remember the number correctly. So Chinese markets, be it their currency or their stock market, their economic numbers continue to drive the trading. So the EU is up, the UK is up, Shanghai is up, and the ES is up. And I think what's going on right now is consolidation as far as our market's concerned. The Chinese markets, through massive government intervention, have stopped their selling, but a lot of the selling has been controlled by that if you sell, you're going to jail, or you're losing your company, or worse, death. And I'm sure some heads will roll before it's over in China. So the two dynamics facing us today is the direction of the direction of the E-mini and the 10-year auction. We came into last night's market wanting to be a seller if the E-mini wasn't crashing in the 10-year, and we thought that we had a pretty good chance that 27.28, 128 even area would hold as resistance. We're in a situation right now where resistance has moved a little bit lower. You've got 27.24, and you've got this M period high at 28. So our first sell is 23 to 27. And then 31 to 03. Now, the pattern: first auction up, second auction down, third auction up. And right now it looks like we're in that situation. If the E-mini rallies, the short will be easier to take. If the E-mini is selling, be a little bit harder to take. Okay, the London low came in at 13.5. They didn't test 12. We've got a low at 9.5. Got a low at 5.5. So our best support's probably in the 8 to 12 area, but 13.5 is the overnight session low. So I think we're in a position where we might get stops below the overnight session low. So 9 to 13 buy one. That's picking up this area right here. And then 1 to 5 buy two. You can't move the paper if the bottom's coming out of the market, so the odds of the market being heavily sold today without a major piece of news are pretty low. The odds of it being sold are pretty high because it's easier to move paper with a higher interest rate. Yesterday's 3-year auction was heavily bid for by overseas banks, overseas holders. And the reason for that would be dollar-based loans and a rising dollar. The spread between the dollar and your loan and your call rates and your local interest rates based on the dollar is widening as the dollar gains strength, and that is another reason that the world's economy is suffering outside of the United States. Looking at the 30-year, sellers 8 to 13. Last rotate up yesterday stopped at 22, so we've got 13. We've got this high right here at 9. Got the M period high at 22, and then we got the high at 150, 157, 29 or 30. Definitely a B. Volume is above time, so I think there is a short, especially if the E-mini rallies. So selling failure to take out 8 to 12, sell 1. And then we'll make it 19 to 23 for sell 2. On the buy side, last rotate down stopped at 28. Got a low of 23, so 25, 29 buy 1. And then the second buy will be 17 to 13. And we'll see how it plays. Okay, gold's off a little bit. Again, the Chinese market, risk off. China's numbers were good for a day. Nobody actually believes these numbers, but you got to trade something, right? So risk off, gold is selling, and you can see we had a buy yesterday, and we were hoping to sell 89s to 91s, I believe, when the market closed last night. Didn't make it. Definitely B, definitely pointed lower, so I think we can go a little bit lower, so we'll put 75, 77 buy 1, 70, 72 buy 2. Only try to get in this high volume area right here. On the sell side, 84, 86, back to the top of value, sell 1. And then we'll be back to our 89 to 91, sell 2. Retail accounts view any pullback in the price of gold and silver as buying opportunities. the argument remains for lower prices is deflation, which we are experiencing. I have a feeling that raising the rates in December will be the Fed's rate raise will be discussed for a long time, just like what the Fed didn't do right in the depression of the 1930s. As well, they're pumping the economy and buying several trillion dollars worth of assets. You know, as a politician, crises, chance to pick up the mic and get in front of your people, a chance to act like you care and with a lot of compassion. So anytime anything bad happens to a politician, this isn't fair, it shouldn't be happening, we've got to do something, we've got to do something right now. And if you just let recessions run their course, they're over in a year, year and a half, and things get back to normal. But if you come in and bring in government interference, you prolong them. And as opposed to cutting off the tail in one whack, you cut the tail off an inch at a time, and then you ultimately find yourself at that spot that you'd hoped to avoid. But you can give lots of speeches about how you cared and what good you tried to do. Okay, the euro. We love selling the euro. We had hoped last night to sell the 75 area to the buck. The overnight session high stopped at, I guess, at 67, so didn't quite get there. So 108, buy one. 775, buy two. You'd like to think we could get back up to 50. Stops above 50, so sell one's at 50. May not make it. Sell two's at 75. But once the Chinese situation settles down, I believe that the euro will resume its downward course, and it looks like that may be happening right now. Okay, today are the inventory numbers. API showed massive builds last night, which they might do after all that inventory jockeying would be expected. The market didn't break. It was straight up from the close. So we did get stops below 30, and remember we talked about that for several days. That expectation has been met. For the market to break out and have a chance at a big short covering rally, I think you have to retest the lows at 30. Try to break it, not, then some people start covering their shorts, and that's the impetus that'll drive us higher. So I think we're going to try to trade a little higher if you look at the London split. So we'll make 50 to 75, sell one. And we got our high up here. If we get through that area, then maybe stops above yesterday's high, so 25 to 50, sell two. It is inventory day. The market, good numbers, bad numbers, you're more than likely going to get the opposite reaction. Okay, 30.75, 30.50, buy one. And then buy two, 30 and a quarter, 30 even. Okay, we got through by a bit the yesterday's highs, not by a lot. So this 1950 to 1960, just from a round number standpoint, is where several services are saying the battle will be fought by the bulls and the bears. When we go back and we split, look at the B split, we got through our K split. We were rejecting prices above 50. We've got this top of value started at 44, and we're at 35. Doing a London split, The high's at 46, and we've got a B pattern here. We're notching lower. So sell 1, 44, 49. Sell 2, 54, 59. No news to speak of today. Crude inventories are expected to build 1.9 million barrels, and we have the beige book. Technical buying. Okay, we had the breakout from 29. We have yesterday's close at 25. We're at 34 right now. So 25 to 30 by 1. And then 15 to 20 by 2. And I think the mindset and the sentiment is to the short side. I don't think anybody believes China's numbers. They are what they are. It will kick off news algos. It will kick off short-term buying or selling, as the case may be. I think the world is, best case scenario in here is looking at stagflation. The Japanese experience will visit the world because of government market manipulation. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy with that. I will be back with you as soon as possible.